So we're gonna do like 50 to 80% of equity like baked into the project? Why are we giving away so much? Yo, you know I need the money, right? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Clifton Henry. Thank you so much for tuning back in to day 4 of this Sandbox Confession series. Look, I confess, I thought baking in 50 to 80% equity like in the piece, like in the project, was giving away entirely too much. At this point in time, yes, I needed to start working again and start producing. But another underlying layer of all of this is I needed the money, like I needed the income. And then my thought was, yo, I'm leaving so much money on the table. Like this thing is not going to work the way that I want it to work. Now, for context, back in 2020, I introduced this thing called the Sandbox Project to a handful of my collectors, which gave them the opportunity to pre-purchase work before I even created it. And this was done with no idea of exactly what the project was going to be, what the series was going to be, and there was no deadline. There were no due dates. I had no idea when this thing was going to complete nor delivered to the collector. Crazy, right? But for this thing to work, I needed to offer my collectors like something valuable enough for them to, sight unseen, purchase a limited edition piece from a series that I had yet to create. Now, the big picture of all of this is I needed to get back to work and I needed to exercise my creative muscles and combat this creative atrophy that I was experiencing. So to add value, I coined and created this thing called instant appreciation. Now, how that looks in the pricing structure is like this. Sandbox 1 was an edition of 25 pieces. The ask was $500 and the retail price today is $1,750. For Sandbox 2, it was an edition of 7. The ask was $900 and today the price is $5,500 to $6,500. And Sandbox 3 was an edition of 3. The ask was $2,250 and today's price is $9,500. Now those are Sandbox prices, original Sandbox prices versus today's price. Collectors saw an instant increase in value the second the Sandbox closed because the retail ask was 2 to 3 times more than what they had purchased it for. Now I know I was tripping about how much equity I was baking into the offer, but the Sandbox was actually offering me something much more valuable than money. It was the pilot light, the ignition point that got me back to working. The Sandbox culture that I'm creating for myself is so foundational to my practice at this point that I don't know where I would be without it. At the end of this 14-day confession series, I will be introducing season 2 of the Sandbox project. Now, if you received an email from me already about this, no worries. You will receive an official invitation to participate when the time comes. But if you have a friend, family member, colleague, or somebody in your close network that's interested in being a part of the project, or you think that it'll be a good fit, then they need their own invitation. So please click the link in bio or copy and paste the link that you see below. As always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you immensely. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the Sandbox. But until then, I'll see you for day 5 of the Sandbox Confession series. Peace.